Hi friends, welcome to Ajay Automate's YouTube channel. Many of you have been requesting interview preparation coding questions. So here we are with starting a brand new series where we'll cover important programs that are frequently asked in various interviews. So we'll follow a simple structured order. First, we'll see the programs related to strings, and then we'll move on to numbers, and later we'll explore other important concepts. So for today's session, we'll mainly focus on reversing a string, reversing a sentence, reversing each words in a sentence. These are classic interview questions that each of them can be solved in multiple ways. So we'll walk through two different approaches as an interviewer can ask the other logic more than the one you provide. So multiple methods knowing will help you to be more confident during your interviews. So let's get started. So first program we are going to see is reverse a string. So we have an input string automation and which we are going to get the output, that is the reverse of the string, that is NOITAMOTUA. So for that, first we are declaring a string s is equal to automation. So we have declared the input, and now we are going to see two different approaches to reverse a string. First, we'll see using a simple for loop which will navigate from the end of the string to the starting. Okay, so before going to the program, so first we have to know how the indexing is done in a string. So always a string indexing starts from 0. Okay, the first character A will be indexed to 0 and U will be to 1, T will be to 2, and it will go on, and the last character would be 9. Okay, so the indexing always starts from 0, but when you take the length of the string, it would be 10. Okay, so that is what we are going to use here. So first we'll see a for loop. For, so we are starting I is equal to, we are going to start from the last index. So always start with s dot length, which will return the length of the string as 10. But we need the index to start from 9. So always it is -1. Okay, so the index will start from 9 and we are going to navigate till the starting of the string. So the first index of the string is 0. So it should be greater than or equal to 0. Only then we will get till the first index of the string. Okay, and then you have I minus minus. So we are going to decrement the value of I. Okay, so now we are going to just print the characters from the last to the first. So it is system.out.println, that's just a print statement. And we are going to print the character from the last. So using character at. So it is dot s dot char at. So this function will return the particular character at the index that we are giving. So here the indexing will be at I. So I will loop from the last of the string to the starting. So we are giving it as I, and we are just going to execute. And one more thing, yeah, we are going to use print statement, not println, because println will print in a new line. Each time it will be printing to the new line, but we want it in the same line since it is a complete string. So that we are using print. What print does is that it will print on the same line. It will not move to the next line. Okay, so we are going to use print statement and we are giving a character at I. So each time when I is equal to, first it is s dot length -1. So here it is 10 minus 1 and you will get I value. First the I value will be 9. So it will check the condition 9 greater than or equal to 0. The condition becomes true. Since the condition is true, it will enter to the loop, and if you have a print statement to print s dot character at I, that is s dot character at 9. So s dot character at 9. So what is the character at index 9? We know already the index 9, the character is n. So n will get printed. Then what happens? I will be decremented to 8. Since it is I minus minus, it decrements to 8. Now again it will check for the condition I greater than or equal to 0. So the condition becomes true. So again it will come and it will print the character at 8. So index 8 is having O. So O gets printed. So this way the loop continues till the end of the string. That is the starting of the string. So till I is equal to 0. When I is equal to 0, the condition is again true because it is greater than or equal to. Since we have given equal to, the condition becomes true and it will also print s dot character at 0. That is A will be printed. So now we'll get the output as the reverse of the string. Okay, so we can see here now we have reversed the particular string. So this is just with a simple for loop, how we can reverse a particular string. So next we'll see how to reverse a string using an inbuilt function. Okay, so we have an inbuilt function reverse in string. So we are going to reverse a string using an inbuilt function. For that, now you consider you have a string s is equal to automation, the same input we are going to take. So here a string does not have the inbuilt function reverse. We have inbuilt function reverse only in StringBuilder or StringBuffer. So today we are going to use StringBuilder. Okay, the StringBuilder and StringBuffer are used to create a mutable string. So what does mutable means? The values can be changed. Okay, when a string is created, the values are created in the string pool, which values cannot be changed for a string. But for a StringBuilder, it is not so. The values created can be changed. Okay, so we are creating a StringBuilder. str is equal to new StringBuilder. Okay, so now we have created a StringBuilder variable as str. Now we are going to copy the value in the string to the StringBuilder. So within the bracket we are going to give the value s. So we know that our input string is s, so that is given in the bracket, so that this string will get converted to a StringBuilder. That is, this str will contain the same string automation as the StringBuilder, not as a string. Okay, so now we have the str as automation. Now what we are going to use is just use a function reverse. Okay, we have a function reverse in StringBuilder which is being used. So now what happened? str.reverse. What this function does is it reverses the string automatically. Okay, now the string gets reversed and we are going to just display the output. Okay, so system.out.println str, because the str has a reversed string now. So we are just going to print the output here. So we have got the same output, but here you can see you have not used any loop or anything. You have just converted the string to StringBuilder by creating a new variable str, and you have just reversed this str using str.reverse function, and you have just displayed the output. Okay, this is another way to reverse a particular string. Okay, so these are the two different ways in which you can reverse particular string. A normal string can be reversed automatically. Okay, we'll see the next program, that is reversing a sentence. So you see here you have an input Ajay automates with Java Selenium. Okay, so this is returning an output as Selenium Java with automates Ajay. Okay, so we are going to reverse the sentence with the words, that is the words in the last will come to the first. Okay, we are going to reverse the words in the sentence. Okay, so for that first we'll just split the sentence based on the space. So we have spaces in between, so words will always have spaces in between, right? Based on the spaces we are going to split the words. So we are going to store that in a string array. Okay, so we have a string array. We are declaring a string array as str equal to, what we are going to do is we are going to split this string. So we have the string s dot split split. This function splits the particular string based on the delimiter which we are providing. Delimiter means it can be anything. So here we are going to provide delimiter as a space. It can be some special character, or it can be a comma, or it can be a new line. It can be any of the delimiters. Okay, so here we are going to provide a delimiter as space. Okay, so based on the space, this word where this string will be split into number of words, and it will be stored in the string array. So how now our string array would look is, it would be so. So we have as Ajay as a first character or first string, and then we have automate. So this is how this array would look. Okay, so we have automates, and then with, and then Java, and next is Selenium. Okay, so this is how our array would look now. Okay, it will split based on the space. Okay, it will split the array and it will be stored in an array. Split the string and stored in an array. So now what we are going to do is the same thing which we have done for a string. Okay, we have single word, we have used a loop, right? Same way we are going to use a loop, but here the loop is not for the string, it is for the string array. Okay, because we are going to display the string from the last, but as a word, last word should come first, right? So we are going to reverse the string array. Okay, so for the array also the indexing starts from 0. So the first Ajay will have the index 0, automates will be 1, with will have the index 2, Java will be 3, Selenium would be 4. Okay, so the indexing starts from 0. So again int I is equal to, so here it is str dot length. This is not a function in array, it is like a normal inbuilt method that is there. So it is string dot length. Okay, we do not have some curly braces which we have used during reversing a string. Okay, string dot length minus 1. Okay, for an array the length of the string can be found using string dot length. We do not have curly braces because this is not a method. Okay, and then we have I should be greater than or equal to 0. The same as a string, it is starting from the length minus 1 to 0. Okay, and then we have I minus minus, and now we are going to print the particular value. So system dot out dot println. So we'll print from the last, right? So we are going to print as str. Since it is an array, we are going to use str of I. Okay, we are going to print that, and then we are going to give a space. And again here the same way we are going to print only the words, not in a new line. Okay, so again we are using the print statement here. Okay, we are giving space because we need to again print it as a complete sentence. So we are giving a space in between. Okay, so this is why we are giving a space. So we'll run it. So you can see here you have last word have come to the first, then you will get a space, then Java with a space. So it will be so. So what happens here is, you know, this is a array, right? So now it is starting from string dot length minus 1, that is string dot length is 5. 5 minus 1, that is I is equal to 4. So I is greater than or equal to 0. First the I value will be 4. So 4 greater than or equal to 0, the condition is true. So now it enters into the loop and it will print str of I, that is str of 4, right? I value is 4. Str of 4 is Selenium. So Selenium gets printed, and next the value will be decremented to 3. Again it will check 3 greater than or equal to 0, condition true. So again it will print. Okay, so this way it prints each of the statement. Okay, and now the output would be as Selenium Java with automates Ajay. This is how the output comes. Okay, this is a reversing a sentence, that is a words in a sentence using a simple for loop. Okay guys, we'll just move to the next logic to reverse a sentence, reverse the words in a sentence. Okay, so now we are going to just use loop without any inbuilt function. Just with the loop and if statement we are going to reverse the sentence. Okay, so for that, here we are going to first declare a string array. Okay, string array is to store the words in that particular string. So we are going to declare a string array to store the words in the particular string. We are just declaring an array with a dummy size. So let the size be 10. Okay, so 10 is the size, and we are also going to declare a variable j to navigate as the index of your string array. Okay, for the string array to navigate over the indexing of array, we are going to declare an variable j. This is to index array. Okay, index array. This is to store your words in the string. Words in string. Okay, now we are going to start the program with a loop. Okay, this loop is to split the string. Okay, you are going to split the string into array of words. Okay, array of words you are going to split. So for that we are using a loop int I is equal to 0, I less than s dot length of. So we know array string indexing always starts from 0 and it ends with length minus 1. That is why it is 0 less than s dot length. Okay, it is not less than or equal to, it is less than s dot length. So it will be ending with the previous value itself, I plus plus. Okay, now we are starting our loop. So within the loop we are going to check this. Here what you are going to do is check if the character in the string is space. In string is space. Okay, if it is a space you are not going to add it to the array. If it is not a space you are going to add it to the array. Okay, so for that we are using if statement. If s dot char at will return you the character at particular index, char at I is not equal to space. If it is not equal to space, what we are going to do, we are going to add it to the array. So our array is str. So str and the indexing is j. Str at j plus equal to s dot char at of I. So you are going to add the first character first and then the next character. The same way, still the space comes, the character will be added to str of 0 because j value is initialized to 0. We have not yet updated the j value. So first it will be added to the first 0. Next, if it is a space, so now if it is a space, then we are just incrementing j. Okay, because we want to move the particular array to the next point, right? If it is a space, it means it is moving to the next word, right? Logically, if it is not a space, means it's a continuous word. If it is a space, it means it is moving to the next word. So next word it is pointing. So we are incrementing j. Okay, now we have incremented j and all the words got splitted and it is stored in str of j. Now we are using loop just to reverse it. Okay, so now we have an array, string of array, right? Array, string of array, and now we are going to reverse that particular array. So the indexing of the array is j. So we have to start from last index, right? So I is equal to j. This loop is to reverse the array, reverse the string array. Okay, we are going to reverse the string array. Okay, j I is greater than or equal to 0, I plus plus, I minus minus. Why it is greater than or equal to 0? Indexing always starts from the last index till 0. It starts from 0, so it is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so 0 is also included. Okay, now we are going to print system.out.print. We are going to print str of I and then space to print as a sentence. Okay, so now we'll run the program and then see each step by step. Okay, now you can see you have got the reverse the sentence. So the sentence got reversed, but there is a null value along with it. So I'll say you the reason first why this null value exists. Why? Because you have declared an array of string, right? This array of string initially will have null. Okay, initially when you declare it, it will have the value null. So the values you have added is adding to this null. That is why you are getting null and then the Selenium null and then the Java you are getting so. Okay, so avoid this. What we are going to do is we are just declaring another loop 0 I less than you are giving us 10, right, size. So 10 I plus plus. So we are giving empty value to the string. Okay, so str of I is equal to space. So that's null, empty value. Okay, you are giving an empty value to all the string array. Okay, this is to avoid this null. Now when you see, you can see it is correct. Why? Because now the string array would be changed as, okay, so this is how a string array would look now after the loop. Okay, so to this whatever you add, it will be added, right? Previously it was null, so whatever the values you are adding, that would be added along with this null. That is why you have got null Selenium, null Java, null with. Okay, now I have changed it to an empty array, empty string array. Okay, now you will not face that. Okay, to avoid that you are using this particular loop. Okay, now we'll see each loop by loop. Now j is equal to 0. Now you can see I is equal to 0. So first your I value is 0. So if s dot character 0 is a. If a is not equal to space, then what happens? str of I, that is str of 0, j value is 0, right? str of 0 will have a, right? It will add s dot character I, s dot character 0 is a will be added to str of 0. Now what happens? It will increment to the next one, I is equal to 1. When I is 1, what happens again? It will check if it is a space. No, j is not equal to space, condition is true. So again what will happen? str of 0 will be adding s dot character 1. S dot character 1 is j. So j will get added to str of 0. Next what happens? Again you will move and again what happens? It will increment to 2. Now I value becomes 2. Now what happens when it is 2? S dot character 2. Character 2 is a is not equal to space. Condition is true. That gets added to str of 0. Again it is 3. So again it is 3. Now 3 comes here and s dot character 3 is not equal to space. Character 3 is y not equal to space, condition true, and again y gets added. Now next I will become 4. When 4 it becomes, what happens here? 4 it becomes s dot character at 4 is not equal to space. S dot character at 4 is space. Space not equal to space. Condition is false. Since the condition is false, it moves to the else part, and your else part you have j plus plus. So j gets incremented to 1. Now j is incremented to 1. So this is the end of the first string. Now what happens? J is incremented to 1, and next loop it moves to the next loop, that is 5. When 5 is there, s dot character at 5, what is it? A is not equal to space. Condition becomes true. Since the condition is true, what happens? Str of 1, because j is incremented, right? So str of 1 will have the value a, because it is empty, so you are adding a to the empty string. Okay, so a is added. So these way all the words get added to this string array. Okay, so it is with Java Selenium. Okay, so now each word gets added, and now you can find that the words are split and added to the string. Now what you are going to do is you are going to reverse this string array. Okay, so for that you are using the index j. J already I have told you it is the index of the array. So it should start from the last index of the array. So it's starting from I is equal to j, I greater than or equal to 0. Okay, and then I minus minus. So now what happens? Str of I. Str of I means it is str of first value is what will be the size of the array now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So str of 4, right? J value would be 4, right? It is from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, str of 4 will be Selenium. Then I will decrement to 3, so it will be Java, and then 1, and then automates, then Ajay. This way all the elements will be in the output. Okay, you have an array element and then a space. Okay, so now the string of array is reversed. Okay, so next, so this is a program to reverse a sentence, reverse a word of a sentence, reverse the words in a sentence. Okay, now we'll see the program to reverse each word in the sentence, that is each word get reversed. Okay, not the whole sentence, each word in the sentence get reversed. Okay, so we'll see an example for it. So we have Ajay automates with Java. We are going to reverse this. Okay, so this is what output you have to get. So to get this output, we are going to use some inbuilt functions. Okay, first we are going to declare a string array. String array str is equal to new string. Okay, so here we are going to use inbuilt function. So what you are going to do, you are going to split your string using split function. Okay, now we have splitted it. Now all your words is in the string array, right? Now what we are going to do is we are going to reverse each words. Okay, so for that we are going to use for int I is equal to 0, I less than, now the words are present in str, so str dot I plus plus. Okay, so we have got each word in from that. So now this each word we are going to reverse. So for that we are using reverse function. I already have told you reverse function is present only in StringBuilder or StringBuffer. So we are going to declare a StringBuilder. Okay, StringBuilder s1 is equal to new StringBuilder Okay, so string builder S1 is equal to new string builder of, you have the first word in str of I, right? Str of I, you have the first word, so you are going to convert that string word to an string builder. Okay, now string builder, it is converted. Now S1 dot reverse. Okay, so you are going to reverse the particular string using the function reverse. So S1 dot reverse, now it is reversed. Now you are going to display the output. System dot out dot println, you are going to display the output S1 plus space. Okay, so you are going to reverse the word using reverse function. To use reverse function, you cannot just define using string. So you are converting a string to a string builder using this. Okay, string builder, and then you are using reverse function to reverse the string builder and displaying it in the output. Okay, so now first what happens when I is equal to 0, what happens here? str builder S1, str is equal to SR of I, so SR of 0 first moves, and then what happens? S1 dot reverse, right? So you are going to reverse the word. So now what happens? First I is 0, so S1 will have Ajay, right? Now Ajay gets reversed using the function S1 dot reverse. So using this function, you are reversing the first word, then it will get printed over the print statement. Then I gets incremented to 1. When I value is 1, string dot length, string of str of 1 becomes automates. So now what happens? Automates come to S1, and S2 becomes S1 dot reverse. So S1 is, what is it? Automates gets reversed. So we have a bit of space, and then after the space you will get automates in a reverse order. Okay, so now automates get reversed. Same way all the string elements get reversed and you will get the output. Okay, so it is in a new line, so we are giving print statement so that it will be in the same line. Okay, now you can see you have reversed the particular each word in a sentence. So you have a sentence, you are going to reverse each word. Okay, this you have done using some inbuilt function split and reverse. Okay, so we'll see the next logic to reverse words in each of the sentence. Okay, so we have a sentence, Ajay automates with Java Selenium. We are going to reverse the words in the sentence and print it as a sentence with loop. Okay, we are going to see it with a loop without any reverse function. Okay, so for that first we are going to declare a string array. String array is to store the words in the sentence. Okay, so this we are going to split the string using space delimiter. Okay, so we are going to split the string using space delimiter, and then what we are going to do, we are going to use loop to navigate through each of the words, and then we are going to take each word in the array and then we are going to reverse. So what will be present in the array now? Array will contain Ajay and then automates and then you have with and then Java and then Selenium. Okay, so this is what will be there in your string array. Okay, so string array will be like this now, because you have split the string with space delimiter. So the array will have this. Now within the loop, int I is equal to 0. So first we are going to navigate over the string array. Okay, so I less than str.length. So since it is a string array, we are using array. Since it is an array, we are using string.length, str.length I plus plus. Okay, now we have moved through each of the word. So now we have to reverse the word. We know to reverse the word using loop means we have to start from the last to the first. So we are going to start from the last of the each word. So how will we get the last index of the each word? So the word is str at I, right? So the index, last index would be length of minus 1. That will be the length of last index of the each of the word, right? So the length would be str of I would be the word, that word's length minus 1. Okay, then you have j greater than or equal to 0, j minus minus. Okay, now we have to print each of the character in the word, right? So system.out.print, we are going to print str of I dot char at of j, right? So this is what we are going to print. And then we have system.out.print space. This space is to print the space after each word you are printing. Okay, so it will print each of the word in the reverse order, but you need a space in between each of the words, right? For that space we are using this. Okay, so now we'll see each loop, each iteration by iteration. So first, when I is equal to 0, what happens to j? J will be str of 0 dot length. Str of 0 is Ajay. Ajay dot length will be 4. 4 minus 1. Your j loop will start from 3. So when j loop is starting from 3, so what will be the first output here? Str of 0 dot character 3. So str of 0 is Ajay, character 3 is y. So it will print y. Next, j will decrement to 2. Since it is I minus j minus minus, it will decrement to 2. Now your output statement would be str of 0 dot character 2. Okay, so it is a, right? Next, your j value, I value will remain static, only the j loop will be working first. So j loop will decrement to 1 and str of 0 dot character to 1 is j, right? So it will be j. Next what happens? Again it will decrement to 0. So since it is j greater than or equal to 0, the condition is true, so it comes here, str of 0 dot character 0, it will print a, right? A will get printed. Next, what happens? Next, when it goes j loop ends, it comes here and it prints a space in the output. Next, what happens? I will be incrementing to 1. When I is incremented to 1, j will again start from the initial value. So what is j now? Str of 1 dot length of minus 1. So str of 1 is automates length is 9 minus 1, the j value will start from 8. So when it starts from 8, str of 1 dot character 8. So str of 1 is automates, character at 8 is yes. So it will be yes. Next, your j will decrement to 7. So what happens here? It would print e. Next, it would decrement to 6. So this way it gets decremented and you will get all the elements in the array in a reversed order. Okay, all the strings would be reversed. Since you are adding a space here, it would add a space and it will be as a single sentence. Okay, so now we have reversed the entire words in a sentence. So each word in the sentence is got reversed. Okay, so I hope you understood today's session and got a clear idea on how to reverse the string. right? This is a real-time interview question. So try writing these programs by your own before you attend an interview. Okay, in the next video we'll explore more string related programs, then slowly we'll move to numbers, arrays, and then Java collections also. And if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe to Ajay Automates for more easy and helpful interview preparation videos. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye. See you all in the next video.